From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gibson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Haskins on 3rd down. Flushed out right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Sanders. Sanders a 1st down, still going. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If this is all he gets, he'll just sit there down and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. He'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jake Elliott.
Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball, give them what they want. Unfortunately, gave it to him too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. To at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun, letting one go deep for a noon one. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A final shot before half for Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Jake Elliott.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This time, Haskins will look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Antonio Gibson.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
1st down, Washington.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Haskins. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Steven Sims, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jannard Avery. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Another run here with Sanders. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Comes off by Troy Apke, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham able to drop him for a loss of a couple. He'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Flush to his right. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All day, dog. 46 down, man. 5-4. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Parks. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Haskins pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Wentz. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
The 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they got this one well in hand. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On first down, it's Gibson, and he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Washington on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Washington.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Washington.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Eagles 38, Washington 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Number 26.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sanders. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Miles Sanders.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let me breathe for a minute, man.
To throw is Wentz. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Chase Young.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down. Today's final score, Eagles 38.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Eagles, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Washington, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.